A lot of the same guys they had from last year. A lot of the same guys on the staff, a lot of the same guys in the lineup. I got to see them. Obviously, they were in Norman last weekend, so I got to see plenty of that. And they've always been competitive. They'll be competitive. And I got all the respect in the world for Coach Maisie and the group of guys that helps him. And I'm sure they'll show up ready to go.
For you all, I guess, how nice was it just to kind of get a little bit of time to kind of reset with obviously not having a midweek and just kind of being back at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been good to sleep in our own beds here for a while. And, you know, with the midweek, adjusting the midweek, I think that'll help. I mean, really, that whole deal was created by the original series with West Virginia was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and really just didn't adjust it until we looked at it and like, what are we doing? Like, why are we going over and coming back and playing conference on Thursday? And so, yeah, definitely been good, you know, to be at home, play decent at home, get some practices in. Anytime you can practice in college baseball, it's a benefit. I mean, we play a lot of games, and a lot of times on a practice day, it's your required off day, and so that's been good to get home and, you know, and try to find some rhythm and timing.
Is it nice to see the bats work the way they did as well? I know it's probably not what you're going to see with Big 12 pitching, but still to see them get going this past weekend.
Always funner. I mean, when you score some runs, without a doubt. And we've got guys that are plenty capable. They get a good pitch to hit. And I mean, I wouldn't put it past them any weekend. Really wouldn't. And so, yeah, it's definitely that was good to see, and looking forward to, you know, getting in the cage today and getting to work.
In terms of the pitching staff, I guess, how have you kind of seen Caleb kind of step up so far?
I don't know if he stepped up other than we gave him the ball at the start of the game. I mean, he's always been a guy that we kind of knew what we were getting when we gave it to him, and really felt like we had plenty pieces in the back end of the bullpen to, you know, allow him to start and develop as a starter. And, you know, hopefully he'll develop as a starter. I mean, you want to see him keep coming and have some efficient innings and get some early outs if he can, and do what starters need to do: hold runners, field their position, pitch ahead in the count, get leadoff hitters out, all those things. I mean, that's something that he has the ability to do, and we really like the way our rotation sets up moving forward with those three guys in there.
Who's going to be your rotation this weekend?
We're going to go Killian on Saturday and McMillan on Sunday, or game 2 and 3. Davis on game 1. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sorry.
I know you guys had high hopes for Cody Masters at the beginning of the season. He did whatever he did to his hand during a scrimmage, but what have you liked about what he's done the last few weeks?
Well, the last time I bragged on him, I think, was Saturday, or maybe somewhere in there this past weekend. He didn't play worth a flip for the next game, so I'm not sure he can handle the prosperity of me talking about him. He's a guy that needs to show up with an edge, needs to have good at-bats, needs to play good defense. By no means he doesn't. I mean, he's got competition out there. He does separate balls and strikes good, like his running ability, obviously. And, you know, I mean, I almost threw the guy out the other day. But again, at the same time, it's he's like to see definitely get in there and have, you know, consistent at-bats for sure. I'm being careful there if you can't tell. Somebody asked me the same question the other day, and I think he took the collar the next day. And in this game, it's just, you know, you get rewarded for preparing, and you get rewarded for embracing the opportunity to compete. Sometimes you don't get the results, and sometimes you go 0 for 4, and it doesn't tell the whole story. Sometimes you can really help the team win and move runners, drive runs in, and all those things. But based on the question I was asked last week and that next game, that wasn't the case. I mean, he wasn't real good after that compliment.
In terms of Michael Davis, I guess, what has he meant just to kind of be a homegrown guy, kind of be a leader for all the guys?
Well, it's definitely, I mean, he definitely makes an impact. I mean, he's definitely somebody that's played a lot of baseball. I remember back seeing Michael play as a ninth grader over here at Lubbock High, maybe a 10th grader. You know, he's definitely a guy that's matured and played a lot of games, and you know, and he's seen a lot of things. And the simpler he keeps it, the better he is. And but you know, there's no doubt without him and Josh in that infield. Right now, you know, you got two younger guys, or you got Cam, guy just been over there for this year, and those guys definitely help one another.
When you first saw him in high school, I guess when you were kind of scouting him, I guess what did you see from him, and did you see a love of the game kind of early on?
Golly, that was a long time ago. He always liked to play catch. Always had those big, wide shoulders. You could see that he was, you know, going to fill out a frame. His frame was going to fill out. He was going to have some length to him. He was going to be strong. You know, and it's not that hard to see when guys can play infield. He liked playing infield. That usually shows pretty easy. And you know, it's been fun to watch a bunch of these guys develop as far as you know, try to take their game to the next level. And all I mean is the next level from then to now. Not worried about the next one.
Back to Caleb, is that something that could be permanent, depending on how he?
I would think so. I would think without a doubt it should be. Now, I mean, you always go into series trying to match up the best you can, and we don't really know what the future holds as far as people being healthy, not healthy, all those things. And so there's always a possibility in a weekend series to go Friday, Saturday, TBA. And if you pitch a guy out of the bullpen on Friday, Saturday, maybe not pitch him on Sunday. But we like him right there, right where he's at. I mean, he's a guy that every game we play since he's been here, he's been the first out of the pen. And so you're sitting there, you're going, okay, first out of the pen. If he's rested, it's time to, you know, let him start and let mom and dad know, you know, when he's pitching. A little easier on them.
Just kind of being home for a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to get the good weather and be able to be on your own field and have a good weekend like that. It's always good. And the guys enjoy being back home and being able to kind of get into a routine and keep that going.
I guess just from a mental standpoint, how taxing can a road trip like that be? And I guess what kind of helped with last weekend's series, just to where you can see the ball get hit and then just kind of score runs?
I think the road trip is just really taxing because you're on the road so much, and then you're trying to find stuff to do to keep time. You don't have a routine again, and I think this weekend kind of helped, just the days off, getting some rest, and kind of getting the reset in, and going back out there and again having nice weather, and kind of knowing where you're at and knowing that you need to win a couple games.
West Virginia obviously has a really good pitching staff. I guess what are you expecting from them?
I faced a lot of those guys for the past 4 years, and you can expect them to attack you. They've never not gone around anybody, and we've struggled with them for a couple years and different guys. And I think the guy they're throwing Saturday is throwing really well against us. So I think we have to go out and attack them and expect to have some tough dog fights.
It was good to get back home in this nice weather, like Mike was saying. It's pretty cold on a road trip, and put up some big numbers this weekend. It was good to get back on the board.
I know it's a little bit of time afterward, but I guess just kind of reflecting on it, what did y'all learn from that road trip?
Oh, it's not easy on the road, and you got to show up every day and play. Can't just show up and think we're better and not come out to play, and everyone's going to try to come and beat us, and when we go on the road, it's tough.
Nice to have that. I mean, you mentioned it, hitting the ball so well this past weekend, but have that little bit of break before really ramping up the rest of the Big 12 conference as well.
Oh yeah, getting in a routine these last 3 days, off Monday, practice the next 2 days, and getting ready for this big series at home, first Big 12 series at home.
What do you know about this West Virginia?
I haven't heard a whole lot. I'm sure Tad will tell us a little bit today and before the game tomorrow. But they're going to come in, they're going to play hard, and they want to beat Tech.
I guess just in terms of that, I guess what do you feel you will have to do from yourself just to kind of get yourself better and kind of be ready for West Virginia?
Just today at practice, just laying in BP, just laying off the pitches that aren't in the zone, making sure I'm getting my pitch, and for whenever they come in tomorrow, and they're gonna have their Friday guy throwing on Thursday, but he's gonna be a good guy to face, and just like the other two starters, and their bullpen's gonna be pretty good too.
How important will a patient approach be this weekend, especially with the way that they attack, obviously, the zone?
When they're attacking the zone, if they're throwing their off speed well at the beginning of the count, if it's hang, you gotta swing. But if it's not, then lay off and wait for your pitch.